Guys, I'm posting this video public, so in case you don't want to be seen, please keep your videos off. And if you don't want to at all,
good morning.
Good morning, Uncle. Please type your question on chat, because if you switch on video or if you talk, you'll definitely be heard. If you don't want to be seen on Facebook, if you're willing to be seen, no problem. Okay, 222.
Hi, good morning, Nithya.
Good morning. I'm going to mute everyone. If you want to say anything, to unmute yourself.
பொங்கல் கோவில் பொங்கல் மாதிரி பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கீங்க. ஆச்சு, நீ தாளிக்கிறதுனா தாளி. அந்த உப்புமா வேஸ்ட் பண்ண கூடாதுன்னு சாப்பிட்டுக்கேன்.
Okay, everyone is on mute. Okay, good morning, everyone. How is everyone today? So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyond. Okay. So today we're going to talk about actualization. How many of you get things, but then in the last minute it goes away? It's like, I'm supposed to get it, but it doesn't happen in the last minute. Have you faced that? Yes, no? Please type on the chat.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyond. So you guys willing to talk about that? Sorry, listen. You don't have to talk. You just have to listen. So everything that brought up and let down.
Yes.
Wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots. Okay. So before we start, what can you do or do different to receive this session in better ways than you can imagine? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Awesome. I need one yes person. So at least one of you to type yes or say yes, whoever that is. I'd be so grateful. Because otherwise it feels like everyone is silent. So please do type in yes. Thank you, Anupama. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys. More than one person can type yes. That's also perfect. Okay. So what can you be or do different to receive this class in better ways than you can imagine? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What can you be or do different to create something so different today that excites you in a way that you can live better than ways that you've ever lived before? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and girls. Uncle, you have a question?
No, beta. No.
Okay, so I'm going to start.
No question.
No problem. Thank you. I'm going to talk about the aeroplane. How many of you have traveled in aeroplanes? Awesome. Thank you, Neeta. So how many of you have traveled in aeroplanes and then you're reaching from one place to the other? And this is how life is. You have an ask or a goal and you're reaching from this place to this place. And how many of you noticed that? I was just noticing yesterday, I was traveling. And at some point they tell you your destination has arrived. Have you guys heard the pilot say that? Yeah, I always feel that's such a big lie, because after they say your destination has arrived, you're still in the aeroplane for so long. So long. It's like they've told you your destination has arrived, but the aeroplane never gets down. And then after some time, they say preparing for landing after another long time. And then you're like, okay, we're going to land. And then you wait and you wait and you wait and then you wait and then you keep waiting. I usually sleep off when they say you're ready to land, because it just takes so much time. And then finally at some time it lands. So when you ask for a desire, there'll be a point where it feels like it's happened. Someone will tell you this is done. If you're asking for money, I'm going to give you all this money. And then you feel it's done, but it's not true. It's like an aeroplane. You have to wait and keep waiting and keep waiting, and it will come. It's not that it will not come. The aeroplane will land. But this time when the energy of my desire has happened, there is some opportunity or some news that shows up as if your desire has actually happened, but it's not yet happened. Now, this is the time, which is the time where you have to maintain your energy, because this time is where you can lose things. One, if you've decided it's already done, just because you heard someone say it's done, or just because you decided it's done, but it's not truly done. So just when the pilot says we've arrived in our destination, you've not yet got down. You're very close, but the last step is yet to be done. And how do we make sure that we land this last step as fast as possible? Here is when you have to make sure you're patient. You do not conclude. Don't conclude that it's done or it's not done. It's yet happening. It's not happening. What you think in these moments, right? When the opportunity actually shows up, but it's not yet in hand, decides how fast things can come, or you can also destroy the whole opportunity. How many of you have done that? It's like it's come so close. That person has said, I'll pay you, I'll give you this, and it's almost a done deal, but it's not happened in the last moment. Have you guys faced that? Anyone? Yes, no? Okay, awesome. I'm just assuming someone typed yes. So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So this moment, when you hit that, what can I be or do different to actualize this opportunity? Everything that does not allow me to actualize that with ease, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I've decided that it has already happened, even though the last step has not yet happened, and whatever I do to stop the last step from happening, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. When I hear, everywhere I hear that my ask or desire is done, and I decide it's done, and I live it so well that it doesn't actually happen, and everything that is times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. What invention am I using to create what I desire and yet uncreate it at the last moment, so that I never have to receive what I truly would like to receive? Because if I receive, then I've decided there is nothing more or no more fun in life. And everything that is times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. What invention am I using to make the last moment so hard that it keeps delaying? And everything that is times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, seems you guys are silent. I hope you guys are getting what I'm saying, or it's not something that you cannot get. So everything that brought up, thank you, Nita. Everything that brought up and let down for you, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So everywhere, when I hear that the aeroplane is ready to land, I've already decided that everything is landed. So I stop creating instantly. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. And from this moment till we actualize, from the moment we hear it till the aeroplane lands, it is very, very essential to be the question. It's very essential to keep saying, what can I be to actualize this? How does it get better than this? What can I be to actualize this? How does it get even better than this? That is not the time to conclude. We can celebrate every moment, but that's not the time to celebrate the conclusion, like, wow, this is done. Guess what? If you say it's done, it's already done. It doesn't happen. It is done. So the universe cannot give you at a later point of done. So never call it done when it's not actually done. So everywhere you decide that your desires are done, even though they've not fully actualized, and you stop your desire from actualizing. will you now revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resign, destroy, and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Everywhere you know what you're asking for, and you're willing to receive it to some extent, but you're not willing to receive it fully. Because if that happens, then you don't know what else to ask for, or you'll be out of your comfort zone. You do not want everything that is times the time destroy. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, guys, if you're not talking, please keep yourselves on mute, because otherwise the recording has some noise. So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So what invention are you using to allow everything to slip away in the last moment, in the last moments, instead of allowing you to actualize things even better than what it can be? And everything that is times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So everywhere you become impatient when the last moments arrive, that you're not able to actualize what you truly desire. And everywhere you love to work against yourself, even in the last moments, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. How many of you felt that? Like the pilot says the aeroplane is going to land, and then you wait and you keep waiting, and then you get so impatient. So, what are you going to achieve by becoming impatient? Anyway, the pilot is going to land only when he's going to land. Just because you're impatient, he's not going to speed up the process, is he? And guess what? If you're impatient, it seems even more delayed. You're like, why is this? Why is he not yet landed? Why is he not yet landed? Why is he not yet landed? And he doesn't land. But when you're patient and you can focus on something else, let me read a book, let me sleep. And I think that's a good time to sleep, because the minute they say the plane has reached the destination, it takes at least 20-30 minutes for them to land after that, like in a good day. So everything that brought up and let down, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So what can I be or do different to not get stressed or anxious about the last moments of how things are going to actualize, and be extremely present and happy even in these moments? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. And just because the pilot said it's going to land, are you expecting it to land very fast? Does it happen? No. So everywhere, I believe what other people say. I believe what other people say because that's my expectation. But it doesn't happen, because that is not what they meant in the first place. Will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. How much greatness am I that I can destroy and cancel and clear everything at the last moment, so do not actualize it? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. How much fun do I have in not actualizing what I desire, especially since it does not show up the way that I expect it? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I believe what other people say. Everywhere I've believed what they've said, but they have not done it. And I've reacted to that. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Hi, Bindu. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. What invention am I using to even trust what other people say? Especially when they say the exact words that I love to hear, without catching the energy of what actually is happening. Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So, what can I be or do different to land and actualize all my desires in smoother and better ways than I can imagine? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I have to stay without actualizing my desire so that I have something to hold on to, something to hold on to, which I do not want to let go. Everything that is times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. And all the lies that I've bought, that the last step is the hardest step and the biggest step that I cannot achieve. And since I'm so good at ruining everything in the last moment, I default to that behavior. Will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I love to stay without actualizing what I desire so that I can keep judging myself to not be a powerful creator. Everything that is times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Okay. Guys, any questions? The energy is so silent today. I don't know what's happening. I hope you guys are getting what I'm saying or
Very much.
It's very intense, Nitya.
yes? Okay. So what can we be to receive this with so much ease? Like a milkshake going down and with ease, and everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive it. And create it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pop, that's poison, yes. Can anything be intense for an infinite being?
No.
No. Orange shots, boys and beyond. So everywhere you don't want to still create in the last moment, in the name of intensity, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pop, online shots, boys and beyonds. So what have I decided that is so comfortable about where I am and so uncomfortable about when I actualize my desires? In such a way that I always remain uncomfortable, whether I am in my comfort zone or whether I am not in my comfort zone. So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So everywhere I have decided I cannot choose ease in the last moment because the last step is the hardest and the biggest, and I'd actually have too much fun if I achieve that, which I do not really want to. Everything that brought up and let down, will you now destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. How much pride do I take in myself in destroying everything in a moment? And everything that is times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. How much pride do I have in judging myself and working against myself so that I can never reach where I want to reach, so that I have a reason to keep staying where I am? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So, what is that energy between figuring out that this is it, but yet actualizing it? There is usually, that's the time when all your crap will start coming out even more. Have you guys realized that? All the crap that we have,
Yes, very much.
everything that brought up, and created. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and girls. But guess what? If your crap comes out more, you're nearer to the last step. We have to let this go if you really would like to actualize. So whatever shows up in those last moments, whether it's fear, whether it's anxiety, like I have to go to the court and then I know everything will go in my favor and it's a simple thing, it's the last day, but then you're like, you get that fear. How many of you get that? Or that anxiety, or that, oh no, what's going to happen? What if something goes wrong? This is not the time to say what if something goes wrong. This is not the time to be anxious or stressed. That's the perfect way to stop things because you're that powerful.
Nithya ji, I want to ask something.
Yes.
I am Shirish.
Hi, Shirish. Yes, go ahead.
Uh, uh, sometime we wish to complete any work, whatever we are performing in one go. When we perform any sort of work in one go, and there is a pause in between, and the tempo is not maintaining like we started it. So
Yes.
please give me the clearing, some clearing for this.
That's true. That's what I was talking about. When you start, it seems to be going okay. So first of all,
Yeah,
starting trouble. Okay,
yeah,
let's take the aeroplane. When
yeah.
it starts on the runway, it's going on the runway. I
Mm,
mean, you all bored, but then
mm,
it started. Have you realized how much time it takes to start? Everyone is boarded, everyone is sitting down, and they're saying, "Okay, we're ready to take off," but then it doesn't take off, and then you're sitting and you're sitting and you're sitting and you're sitting, and then it goes on the wheels for I don't know how long.
yeah.
Time it starts flying, I'll sleep off because it's a bit boring. But anyway, so there is a starting trouble before we start things. Not for everyone, it doesn't apply to everyone. But then once you get started, once it's flying, the tempo is there.
Yeah.
The last step comes, what happens is because we're so close to what we desire,
Mhm.
we tend to stop things. And that's what I was talking about. We tend to get either impatient. There could be many points of view here. Why does it happen like the tempo starts going down and down? One is there's not one reason for it, but it could be because you really don't want to actualize it. You're afraid what will happen. Now you are like, this is what I really wanted. I'm going to get it. Your dreams
Mm,
are going to happen. So what?
yeah.
Or it could be you got bored in between because you're flying for a long time. You're sitting in the same place. Maybe you got too bored and you want to do
Mm,
anything. There are many reasons for this.
mm,
What we can use here is what invention am I using to
mm.
reduce the tempo and to stop
Yeah.
my everything that is I now destroy and uncreate it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
Rock, all nine shots, wise men. And like I said, that's not the time to get into fear or anxiety or
Mm,
too much excitement. Why? If
mm.
you get too much excitement, you might have lived the experience, and then the universe is like, okay, it's done. You sometimes say, this person calls you and says, "See, I'm going to pay you today," and you're like, "Wow, my hope
Oh,
is done." Guess what? It's done. He doesn't pay you. So this is the time you don't say anything, any conclusion. You say, "How does it get better? How does
how
it
does it get any better than
until it comes to your hand?" And after it comes to your hand, also you say, how does it get better? So that you can simple.
this? Thank you. Thank you.
So everything that brought up and I done for you, will you now destroy and create it all?
What happens, Nithya, in the last moment when the things are about to decide or get actualized, we get so anxious, so fearful that it goes away. It doesn't actualize. It happens like this ki 99% pe aake 100% pe ruk gaya.
Are you good at doing that? So everywhere you're so good at doing that. And all the Shiko implants and explants holding that in place. Will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. See, your desire is something which you've made significant. You're like, this is my desire, I have to get it, I have to get it. Of course you will get it. That's your power, and of course the universe is willing to gift it to you. But when it comes closer, you're like, is it really true that I'm going to achieve this? Can I really do it? How many of you judge yourself at that time? And then you're like, oh no, this is such an important thing. If you add significance to it, you will delay the process. You're not going to like completely not get it, but it'll get delayed. or sometimes you can cancel it. But anyway, the universe gives you so many different opportunities to go ahead. However, what this is not the time, and this is the time when all these things comes up: fear, impatience, anxiety. What if it doesn't happen? Now, when all those feelings come up, it is time to be even more present and let them go. This is not the time to start worrying. This is not the time to make your desire so significant. This is not the time. This is the time when you have to be like really high in energy. You cannot even say that I hate this person. Everything can pull it down. Every judgment. In the judgment may not even be related to your desire or ask. But since it is you and it's connected to you, anything you say and do can pull you down. So what can we be or do different? So that anything we say and do at this point works in our favor. And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong?
Nithya, can we use the crazy phase at this time? I have used it once or twice. Does it help?
It helps. It helps.
Okay. 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 Thank you.
Kanika, did you have a question?
No, Nithya, it was just by mistake. I raised my hand.
Okay. Any more questions, guys? Did I tell you so much that? Hope not. Right, wrong, good, bad.
Yeah, Nithya, I have a question.
Yes, what the topic you chose today is very effective. Actually, going within. You nailed it, Nithya. Thank you so much.
But who said they have a
Hello, Nithya. Poonam this side.
question?
Hi. Actually, yes.
Yeah, Poonam, you can unmute yourself and talk.
Yeah. Thank you so much. My question is, these days, I'm going through a rough phase with my son. Whenever we talk ending like, मतलब मैं रोना शुरू कर देती हूँ कुछ टाइम के बाद. इतना हर्ट होता है और मुझे कुछ टाइम के बाद वो तो होता है, उसके बाद उसके लिए कंसर्न होता है कि वो किस what he is going through
Okay.
एक्चुअली. तो वो रिलेशनशिप में ईज नहीं आ रहा है बिल्कुल भी, और मतलब बहुत हेवीनेस हो जाता है मुझे.
Interesting point of view. I have this point. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. If you say relationship is not have ease, can you have ease? Whatever you say, the universe.
आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही क्या?
Whatever you say, the universe will make it happen. So if you
Yeah.
don't have ease in the relationship, you will get. Poonam, will you get ease? The answer is no. I think Poonam is not hearing me, or she doesn't want to say no.
No, actually आवाज नहीं आई नित्या आपकी.
Can everyone else hear me?
नित्या आपकी आवाज ब्रेक कर रही है. Your voice is breaking.
Poonam, you just have to say interesting point of view. I have this point of view. Because if you say relationship is not ease, you will not get ease. Simple. Okay? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. What can I be or do different to have more ease with my son? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. If you keep saying, I don't have ease, I will cry, that is what you'll attract more of. So this is why in Access they say keep asking questions. It's very, very important. Do not even think. That's why Gary has said thinking is thinking. Look, when you look at something and you think, that will become true. So instead of even thinking, even if I had a fight with my son, instead of thinking about it, what can I be to have something better next time? How does it get better than this? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Sorry, Poonam, I muted you. There was so much noise. I hope you heard me, right? Okay. Otherwise, you can listen to the recording. I'm sure my voice is carrying over in the recording.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Nithya. Thank you. Love you.
Love you too. Bye-bye. Okay. Next question, guys. Anyone else?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes. Is it Purva?
Hello.
Is it Purva or Malika? Who wants to talk?
I wanted to talk.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, one of you has to talk first. Malika, can you talk first? Purva, you can go.
Yes. Yeah, I can talk. Okay, Nithya. So we are in the process of, arranging for finance for my son's further education. So what clearing or what question can I ask so that it all happens with great ease and to our utmost ease?
Let me ask you that. What question do you think you can ask?
Yeah, I started asking what universe, what can I be on what can I be so that the finances that are that I require get arranged with total ease and they are ample and in more than what I actually require for the education.
Awesome. You can ask that. Continue asking that.
Okay.
Thank you. Purva, did you want to ask something?
I think Purva got disconnected.
Purva got disconnected. Okay.
Connect.
Who is that? Sorry. So whatever is happening with the technology today, and now destroy and uncreate it all, right, wrong, good, bad, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So everywhere you're not willing to listen to me, remember I started the conversation with that. Right. All nine shots.
Purva is back.
Who is talking? I'm not able to hear you. I can just hear. I can hear the noise, but I cannot hear the words. So,
Purva is back, I think. She can ask.
Purva, do you have a question? Okay, I think Purva is not listening. Anyone else? Any other questions? So Purva's audio is not yet on.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. My question is that sometimes it happens with me that something I remember, I feel good, I feel that this is happening, this is happening. Right now, my mindset is that, okay, I'm good and I'm going to receive, I'm going to receive.
No, I'm not able to hear you, Purva. Would you mind typing? I think that'll be easier. Like the voice is not carrying over fully. Yeah, even Ritu can't hear you. It's not only me. I thought something was wrong with my ears. So everything that brought up and down, I now destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc. All nine shots, boys and beyonds. Cool. So please do type your question. I'm not able to hear it. It's like breaking a lot. So everywhere I make sure that the ride to the last moment is more bumpy than it should be. Will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc. All nine shots, boys and beyonds. Are you guys willing to be so peaceful and calm? When is the time to be peaceful and calm? Does any one of you know? What's the right time to be peaceful and calm?
When we have no problems at all.
Who said that?
Shomila.
Okay.
Shomila.
Only at that
I had a question. I had a question.
When are you without problem?
the situation.
When are you without problem?
I had a question. Can I place it?
Who's talking?
Shomila. Shomila. Can you hear me?
Yes, I
can
hear you.
When is it that we use the affirmation, who does it belong to? Which are the instances?
All the time. Every thought, feeling, emotion.
Yes, I keep doing that and I ask myself, I don't know whether I'm doing it right for every instance because I am groping in so much of problems that when it's neck deep and I lose my cool, so I send it back to the source with consciousness attached. Am I doing it the right way?
You are doing it the right way. You will not do it wrong. Everything that brought up and let down will you destroy and uncreate it, right, wrong. You'll always do it right as long as you don't ask, am I doing it right? The minute you ask, am I doing it right, you'll get it wrong. So everything that brought up and let down for you, you will now destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, all night has poisonous. Don't doubt yourself. Do it for fun. Is there a right way to eat an ice cream, guys?
No way.
No, there's no right way to do who does it belong to. Just do it and be free. Right, wrong,
Yes,
good.
yes, yes.
Is it wrong if the ice cream falls on my lips when I eat? That happens to me all the time. Just I lose little of the ice cream, but it's okay. You still get the rest of the ice cream. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, all night. Okay.
Thank you.
So if Somila, you just said when things are good and I have no problems, it's a time to be peace and calm. And you also said I have problems all the time. Can you ever be peace?
You're right. The
Mm,
peace is like you've got to draw it from within.
yeah. So you have to be peaceful and calm all the time,
All the time.
especially in the time when things go wrong. So everything that brought up and let down, you just try that. Right, wrong, and bad.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question, please?
Yes, Neha.
There's a person who always says that he's going to return the money to me.
That's
And
like
it keeps on going. And I don't want to disbelieve him, but so many times it has happened. It's happening now again. Now I get into a dilemma whether he's telling the truth or not. That is I mean, if I say some rude words that what you have always been saying that, probably this was the time when he was about to pay and he won't pay. How do I sort of, how to judge that, whether he's right or wrong, or what should I do? I should wait patiently. That, of course, I'm doing.
we don't care whether he's right or wrong or to judge him. We only care if the money comes back. This is the time not to think. Anything you think will work again. What can I be so that he pays me back? What can I be to actualize this? What can I be to actualize?
Okay.
Better. Everything you think here will manifest.
Okay.
If you say, what
How
if
can
he be untrustworthy? If I think, how can I judge him? He'll start, he'll start doing things where you can judge him even more.
Okay.
What can I be to get my money? Keep asking the right. It's not the right question, but that's the energy you should be. Every time you say, what if he doesn't pay me now? It's exactly what I was talking about. How you think when aeroplane lands and all the things that you're thinking about.
Yeah, that is exactly. I was wondering, how did you come to know my problem?
I know a lot of things. I'm very aware. Right now with that.
Nithya, can I share something? It's relation to what Neeta just shared.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so just want to tell you that even I had a very similar experience lately. I had loaned the money to a friend and it kept happening, like she took it for a week and for 2 months she didn't return. But the only question I used was like, I mean, obviously when I was getting fearful whether my money would come back or no. But then I just, set aside everything. And the only question I used was, how does it get better than that? And how does the money come back to me with ease? And within some time, she returned all my money to the last rupee. She gave it in parts, but she returned it. I didn't have to run after her much or anything. So those are the only 2 questions I used actually, which, sorted out. So that's all I wanted to share.
Yeah, thanks, Zara. That was the same thing that I was saying. So that's the time you have to question more. Not
yeah.
Can I speak now?
Yes.
This is Purva Nithya.
Yeah, Purva. I'm waiting to hear your question. It's like
Yeah,
in the aeroplane.
my question is that sometimes that the universe is completing my desires, but it is not the way I know universe has own ways, but it is not my own. I mean, if I'm talking about the house, if I desire about my house, and I'm staying in a 4 BHK house which I have desired, but it's not my house.
Okay, what's the question?
My question is how to actualize it's mine. I mean, I know this is a 4 BHK house I'm staying in. I am the only one here. Everything is there, but it is not my house.
Nothing on earth is darling. Did you think that something else is yours? Everything that brought up and let down will you destroyed and created. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, called and transparent. Nothing on this planet.
मतलब मैं किसी और नित्या मैं किसी और के घर में रह रही हूँ थोड़ी देर के मतलब कुछ टाइम के लिए they have just given the leverage to stay here because something is happening at my house, but that is also not my house.
Nothing is your house. Are you listening to me? Nothing on
it is not about only house. It is happening with so many things that if I ask for money, money is coming to.
Okay. Purva got cut again. Right, wrong, good, bad. Just boys and beyonds.
Hi Nithya, Ratika here.
Hi, Ritik.
So I think we are having beautiful questions today. So my question is again on the same line, that when you're at the end and you know it's about to actualize, but still you're not seeing it, and you still have faith, and you have faith that it's happening for your greater purpose, your greater or betterment, but still it's taking time. How do you deal with that?
Don't deal with it. Be happy. You know time will work for you. So it'll come when it comes. Be as happy as possible.
But then you have bills to pay, you have other things to take care of.
It will come.
Thank you.
It will definitely come when you don't make time significant. It will come. The universe has an impeccable sense of timing. The right time in the right way, it'll put everything together into that.
I agree. Thank you.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. And but if you think that I don't have time, it's not coming, I have to pay the bill by this time, thinking is stinking. It'll just make you stink. It doesn't make you stink.
Yeah.
I stink. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock,
Mhm.
all nine shots, boys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nithya, I have a question, Taranjeet. Yeah.
Yes, Taranjeet.
What's happening is I end up having a situation, okay, which is very dishonoring for me. And the moment I make it significant, okay, fine, now this, probably I'm talking about a relationship, I have to end it. The other person 360-degree turns up to, sort it out. And every time it's happening. So it's a dishonoring relationship on the verge of ending, but again, keep on repeating the same stuff. So what kind of questions can be asked about it?
Oh, what do you want to do? You wanted to come back or you want to go away? Or what do you want to do?
I want to obviously go away because I have realized it. It's like energy, even when the person comes back, the energy is different.
Have you been abusing yourself?
Yes.
You have to stop that. And then it'll stop. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds.
Thanks, Nithya.
Thank you.
Probably I didn't wanted you to use such a heavy word.
Sorry?
Probably I didn't wanted to use such a heavy word.
Oh, okay. No, we're only destroying and uncreated. We're not using it. Yeah? Okay. Right, wrong, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So everywhere I abuse myself, and everywhere I decide it's okay to lightly abuse myself, but not heavily abuse myself, but I still continue to abuse myself and call it not abusing myself, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. I think that was a good one. Everywhere I self-judge myself and I abuse myself lightly and not heavily, and I keep saying it's okay for me to abuse myself lightly and not heavily, but abuse is abuse, and so I still get abused. Everything that is times of God's image. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds.
Thank you.
Thank you. See, the external environment will only show you something that you are doing to yourself. So, so that's why you treat yourself with kindness. If you would like others to treat you with kindness, and this is not like acting kind, you have to be truly kind to yourself and others, and then you'll attract so many kind people. So when I went to Gir last 2-3 days, so kind. Everyone was so kind. They were like literally like, "Can I help you with this? Do you want this?" We were like taking care of each other. It was really contributive and nice. And that happens when you are in the space of actually being kind to yourself. Okay? And then if this person we went with, you're saying your vibe, your tribe. So based on your vibe is how the people around you will be. So if you would want the people around to change, you cannot change them. It's very hard to go and change the people. But you can change your vibrations. That is much easier. And either the people themselves change or the same people treat you different. So either way is much better than what we are right now. So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and men. Tamana, do you have a question? Okay, she has put her hand down, assuming she has no question. Okay. Right, wrong, good, bad. Pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds.
I want to say something.
Yes, please.
One day I was repeating this sentence, what's right about me that I am not getting. And it was I was it this was I doing for half an hour. And after that I got some clues that I should send uh, unconditional love to everyone. So, and this gave me a new way of working my activities.
Awesome. Always ask what is right about me. I'm not
Yeah,
ask
yeah.
wrong. Lakshmi wants to say something. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, so Lakshmi, can you hear me? Lakshmi Nuru. Yeah, do you want to talk or?
I just answer. You answer.
Yeah, go ahead. My God, that pilot thing became so true. I just said it and it's like waiting and waiting for people to talk, right? Wrong.
I think Nithya, she said it in the chat, she's saying.
Oh, she said it in the chat. Okay. Like I took that the energy of the aeroplane too seriously. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, can I say, how can I attract my money back from easily and quickly to get back money lent to a friend? I thought she wanted to say it when she said, can I say? If that's a question, please listen to this recording. We've already talked about it 2 or 3 times in the same call. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock. I thought you wanted to say what you had done. So cool.
Nithya?
Yes, Tamana.
Hi, Tamana. Hi, how are you? Um, I'm doing great. There's something that I want to do, I wish to do. Okay, this is actually, I'll just come to the point. This is about my daughter, my older daughter, and we're actually looking out for her. And I have got two like proposals in hand, right? But what is it that I'm not able to go ahead and speak to her? Earlier, she said, Mama, give me some time. But a very strong feeling from within me and my hubby that we should pursue it now, you know. And there are a lot of mixed thoughts up in the head that are like kind of, I'm not able to take that first step to go and speak to her and tell her, hey, you know, it's time right now and you should consider marriage. Now,
Is it your life or your life?
Sorry?
Is it your life or her life?
It's her life.
Would you know the right time for her? Would she know it?
Well, if you look at it that way, yes, giving them the space, then we would say that, of course, they know when it's right. But as a parent, then where do I stand? It's not that I'm pushing her into marriage. Like we have given her enough of time, like a few years, she said maybe a few years later. And there's a little instinct within me that's kind of saying that she is ready. But then what's stopping me from, you know, talking to her about it? Like every day I say, okay, this is it. I get a very strong feeling that, okay, Tamana, this is it. You have to go ahead and speak to her. And probably this is the moment.
Why are you afraid that she'll say no if you speak to her?
Exactly.
Exactly. Fear of rejection. Everywhere I have a fear that I'll be rejected by my own daughter. I destroyed and created.
Yes, I've done those clearings a lot. And
maybe you know it's not the right time. I don't know. Otherwise, you would go talk to her, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I'm telling myself it's the right time, but when I still know it's the wrong time. And what will happen if she says no? Nothing, right? So go ahead and give it a shot.
Yeah, kind of.
It's
Yeah.
going to stay in the same place as it is today, is it not?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
So everywhere I have this is a very insensible fear that if I go and do this, something will go, I will get rejected and something will go wrong, while it's actually going to stay the same. Will you now destroy and uncreate? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all in. And your stand as a parent, guys, is nothing. If you're all parents, your stand is nothing. All you get is to coach them to be independent until they are 15. After that, they're not yours. So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD. Sometimes by 8 itself, they're not yours. Sometimes 2 years. Okay, so you don't get any stand. You have to allow them to make their own choices, be with them, support their choices if possible, but at least allow them to make their own choices.
But then guiding them also, right? Like sometimes you're seeing what's happening doesn't seem.
Have you read my book, Tamanna?
Yes.
Yeah. So
actually, I'm halfway, and every time I say I want to pick it up and read and continue, something stops me.
Okay.
So every day, one page.
So what I've written is, parents have made so many mistakes. People have made so many mistakes, and they want to make sure the children don't make the same mistakes. And you tell your children, I'll guide you because you should not make the mistake I made. Now, when you yourself had made so many mistakes, how can you guide them? So everything that brought up in there, you destroy them, right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all that. Not to offend you, but we don't know better than our children. You don't know better than them. You only know from your experience, but their experience is completely different. So allow them to follow their awareness, if possible. That will be the greatest. Of course, guidance is not forcing. It's a very different word. Guidance. I would like you to do this, but it's up to you to choose, right? And you're okay with what they choose. It's not I get upset if they don't choose. I'm the guide. They have to listen to me. So, what is the definition of guidance that you're using? Everything that is, will you destroy and create it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, all nature. It'll be fine. Don't worry. Things will be
Will be. Thank you. Gratitude.
welcome. So don't have the fear of rejection, guys. Just go talk. Anyway, people, if what's the worst thing that can happen? You've already been rejected so many times. One more person is going to say something. It's okay. But if you don't give it a shot, if you don't even start, will you know what's going to happen? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. And what can I be to talk in such a way that they get convinced with whatever I say? Everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. How much fun can I have? How much fun can I have today in talking with this person? Everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shots, boys and girls. Tina, do you have a question?
Yes, I do. So, Nithya, how is the best way for me to help myself prioritize multiple things that are happening right now? So, I have MBA studies, I have 3, 4 other things that are happening. I'm approaching them. Sometimes I get a little confused as to in terms of priorities because reading, understanding, studying obviously takes a lot of bandwidth. So, what's the best way I can help myself to prioritize?
Did you decide you were an internet connection and they have high bandwidth and low bandwidth? So are you an infinite being? Of
Yes,
course,
I am.
you have more bands than width or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Space, consciousness, and choice can I be to multitask even better than the biggest multitasker in the whole world and get everything done with ease? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and create all?
Yes.
I did one call about equal insignificant priorities. I don't know which one it is. I think it was in the initial 3 or 4 calls. You should listen to that.
Sure, I'll find out. Thanks, Nithya. That helps.
Which is more priority? It just doesn't work. Right?
Yep.
Boys and beyonds. Okay, so an infinite being has all the bandwidth and all the time to do anything they desire with ease. That's when you're an infinite being. Otherwise, you're not being infinite. Sometimes who does this belong to doesn't work. Okay. In every very interesting point of view, I have this point of view that who does it belong to doesn't work. It always works. Unless you have some point of view. If something doesn't work, you have to look at the point of view that's making it not work. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And there are so many points of view. We have to let go because we're like complicated people with so many thoughts. Sometimes you wonder how can one tiny brain have so many points of view. But anyway, right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And those points of view don't even feed your brain. They kind of tire up your brain. So you wonder why God created it that way. But anyway, that's for another day. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, any more questions? No more questions. Okay, everyone is like extremely silent. So I think you got it. Everything that brought up and led down, I destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, guys. So go and actualize. Start something. Do something in between and actualize it. Actualize it and keep actualizing more. So everything that brought up and led down for you, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, guys, thank you so much. And I will see you next week. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot,
Thanks,
Nithya.
Nithya. See you. Bye.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nithya.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Nithya. Bye.
Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you.
Thank you, Nithya ji.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nithya. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nithya.